Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Inshallah, we will be starting the biography of Khadija radiallahu anha, and I've been waiting to share this with you all. And this is one of the most inspiring stories and a perfect role model for women, basically, to understand and look forward as a Muslimah, as a wife, as a mother, as a businesswoman. I mean, subhanallah, it's a beautiful collection of qualities and traits that one striving Muslimah would be looking forward to. So that is the reason I enjoyed reading this book. This book is by Abdul Malik Mujahid, and it's a very easy and a simple biography, and easy to understand, and very interesting. I like the structure of the book, how they have made the biography, and we will go through it chapter by chapter, and inshallah we will learn few things. And what I would suggest is that you can definitely, if you want to take some notes, you can. I will be if you want, I will take the snapshot of the book and keep sharing it for your reference. And in any case, we have the recording available, so inshallah shouldn't be a problem at all. So let's begin, and hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this little effort from us, and may He help us to instill those traits within us, and may He also make us successful like Khadija radiallahu anha, inshallah ya Rab. Going forward, I'm not going to read the foreword of the author, and I'm not going to read the biography of the author. I leave it up to you as an homework to just search about Abdul Malik Mujahid. He's one of the renowned scholars, by the way, and many of the books of Darus Salam are published and written by him. So you can check that. So directly we'll jump to the subject. We'll begin with the genealogy of Khadija radiallahu anha. So genealogy is basically unki lineage, unki hasab nasab. So let's begin. The first wife of the Messenger of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was Khadija radiallahu anha. She was bint Khuwailid. Hazrat Khadija, she belonged to Banu Asad ibn Abdul Uzza ibn Qusay. This was a very noble and renowned family of the Quraysh tribe. Yani she originally belonged to a very distinguished family of the Quraysh. By genealogical standards of nobility, she enjoyed a very high status in the society. So that was her family. That is her Maika, basically. She was called Tahira. Now, as you all know, the literal meaning of Tahira is same in Urdu also, which means pure. Even in pre-Islamic days, she was called Tahira because by default, yani, not that Islam, after learning about Islam, her characteristics changed or her character became elevated. But subhanallah, she was originally very, very clean character female, and that is why she had attained the title of Tahira, which is pure. It signifies a lady who is chaste, modest, and virtuous. So she was already being titled or called as Tahira. Recognizing her nobility and social status, the Makkans also used to call her Sayyidat Nisa Quraysh, the highest among the ladies of the Quraysh. So this was also another very big honor for her, that among the Quraysh, she was considered as one of the most highest among the females of the Quraysh. Following the advent of Islam, the Quran called her al-Mu'minin, or the mother of the believers, an expression that signified her status in the new Muslim community. So as you all know, the Azwaj Mutahharat of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam are always referred to as Mu'minin, and they are the mother of all the believers. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is reported to have said that she was Afdal Nisa Ahlal Jannah. Yani she is also one of the females who will enjoy a very high rank in the Jannah. Among the Jannah dwellers, she will be one of the highest rank holders. So just imagine, subhanallah, what all titles she is having. So this is the lady we are going to learn about. The most meritorious among the women who shall enter paradise. The lineage of Khadija radiallahu anha meets that of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam at Qusay ibn Qilab. because they both belong to Quraysh. So somewhere down the line, if you follow the chart, you will see that there is one place where they will meet as a belonging to the same lineage. So it is, where are they meeting? They are meeting at Qusay ibn Qilab. Qusay is credited with establishing the authority of Quraysh in Makkah. Before Qusay, Quraysh did not have any share in the governance of Makkah and the custodianship of the Kaaba. So, Qusay's return to Makkah. Qusay ibn Kilab was originally named Zaid. His father died while he was still an infant. तो ये जो कुसै इब्न किलाब है, इनका ओरिजिनल इनका नेम था जैद, और जब इनके फादर फौत हो गए, he was still an infant. So after the death of his father, his mother Fatima bin Saad married Rabia ibn Haram of Banu Adra. तो उनकी जो मदर थी, बिकॉज ये इन्फेंसी में ही उनके फादर फौत हो गए थे, तो उनकी जो मदर थी फातिमा बिन साद मैरिड रबिया इब्न हरम ऑफ बनु अदरा. बनु अदरा एक जो कबीला था, उनके एक बाशिंदे थे रबिया इब्न हरम, उनके साथ उनकी शादी हो गई. who lived in the vicinity of Asham. Qusay and his mother accompanied Rabia to Asham. When Qusay grew older, he once had an unpleasant encounter with a man from among Banu Adra who insulted him by saying that he did not belong to Banu Adra. Because unki second marriage thi mother ki, so originally he was not from Banu Adra. When Qusay returned to his mother, he inquired about his ancestry and she affirmed that Qusay was not of Banu Adra but he belonged to a nobler family, Quraysh of Makkah. Yani, जिसने उनकी इंसल्ट किया था, he didn't know that, and of course even Qusay didn't know that. So उनकी जो actual lineage थी वो बनु अदरा से higher थी, वो कुरैश of Makkah थे. So Qusay learned that his older brother Zahra ibn Qilab and other members of his clan lived in Makkah in the vicinity of the Kaaba. So जब उनको इस बात का पता चला, then Qusay remained in search of an opportunity to travel to the holy city. जब उनको सच्चाई का पता चल गया, then he was waiting that he should go back to Makkah. He finally accompanied a caravan to Makkah to join his brother and other members of the family, and his diligence and hard work quickly earned him a good reputation in the extended family. तो जैसे ही उनको मौका मिला, वो एक कारवां पे सवार हो गए, and he went to Makkah, and with his hard work and intelligence and diligence, unko alhamdulillah he made a good reputation in the family. At that time, Hulayl bin Habisha al-Khuzay was the ruler of Makkah. Qusay proposed to Habba, the daughter of Hulayl. Since Hulayl was impressed by Qusay's bravery and intelligence, he agreed to marry his daughter to Qusay. So Qusay and Habba had 4 sons. अभी आप सिर्फ यानी don't get confused with the names and stuff, but अपने mind में just एक mapping करते जाएं कि कौन, because we started from Qusay and then we'll come back to Khadija radiyallahu anha finally. So now Qusay got married to Habba, okay, and Habba is the daughter of Hulayl. इनके 4 बेटे थे. अब्ददार, ये अब्ददार वो हैं जिनके पास काबा की चाबी रहती है आज तक भी till date. These are the people who are the descendants to have the keys of the Kaaba. Okay, so this is Abdaddar, ये first उनके बेटे हैं. Second is Abd Manaf, who was the ancestor of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. अब ये Abd Manaf जो है, ये Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam की lineage के हैं. Then there is Abd al-Uzza, who was the ancestor of Khadija radiyallahu anha. यानी जो third बेटे हैं, ये जो हम कुसै से लिंक कर रहे थे ना, कि where does Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Khadija radiyallahu anha की family lineage में मिलती हैं, तो वहां से हम अभी शुरू कर रहे हैं शिजरा. So Abd Manaf belongs to the Prophet Muhammad's lineage, whereas Abd al-Uzza belongs to Khadija radiyallahu anha's lineage. Then the 4th son is Abd Qusay. After Hulayl's death, Qusay became the custodian of Kaaba. He is also credited with establishing Dar al-Nadwa, which served as a parliament at that time. So he is the one who became the in charge of Kaaba, and he was the one in charge जिन्होंने दार नदवा बनाया. It was a very important establishment at that time, जो कि वहां पर as a parliament serve किया जाता था. So what was the socio-political role of Banu Asad? Banu Asad, the descendant of Asad ibn Abd al-Uzza ibn Qusay, were one of the 9 families among Quraysh who were in charge of the socio-political affairs in Makkah. तो ये जो है, ये सारी family जो है, जो heads हैं इनके, they were the people who were deciding on the socio-political affairs of Makkah. और इनके हाथ में जैसे गवर्नमेंट एंड कंसल्टेंसी एंड ये जैसे मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट्स उस जमाने के थे, तो दे हैड द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ दारुल नदवा. And जब Quraysh were faced with questions of social and political significance, they would turn to Banu Asad so that consensus could be reached on sensitive issues. तो इनके कुरैश के बाद there was Banu Asad जिनके साथ वो डिस्कस करके उनके वोट्स लेके they used to decide and finalize matters. Yazid ibn Zama ibn Aswad ibn Muttalib ibn Asad was the last to hold this portfolio, and then in the same role, Zama ibn Aswad played an important part in bringing an end to the return agreement that affected the social boycott of Banu Hashim. So now you know the interrelations कि ये कहाँ से families का इनका connection हो रहा है of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Khadija radiyallahu anha. So Khadija's grandfather Asad ibn Abdul Uzza had many children. The oldest son was Muttalib, the second was Khuwailid, Khadija's father, Khadija radiyallahu anha's father. The third son was Naufal, whose son Waraka converted to Christianity. If you remember, ये वही cousin है जब हुजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को first time वही आई थी, and when he came back to Khadija radiyallahu anha, she took him to the cousin Waraka. ये उन्हीं का जिक्र हो रहा है यहाँ पर. So Khadija's grandfather is Asad ibn Abdul Uzza, and उनके 4 बच्चे Muttalib, Khuwailid, and Waraka. And Khuwailid is Khadija radiyallahu anha's father. ठीक है? Okay, did I say 4? It was not 4, it was many, and only 3 का mention है. Okay, we'll know about Waraka ibn Naufil now here. Waraka ibn Naufil could write, a rare skill in those times. ऐसे आपको पता है कि there were not much of literacy there. There were very few who could read and write. So Waraka ibn Naufil was one of the person जो कि लिख सकते थे. He used to translate the gospel. इंजील को वो translate करते थे Arabic में. In old age, उनकी eyesight जो है बसीरा चली गई थी. So when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam experienced the first occasion of Wahi, Khadija radiyallahu anha took him to Waraka. Being familiar with earlier scriptures, Waraka could see that God has appointed Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as his messenger. So he comforted Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying, who was disturbed by the first experience of Wahi, and reassured him of his support through difficult times that he foresaw for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We know about this incident very well. कि उन्होंने कहा था कि if I am alive, I will be supporting you, and that he also told him that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be banished from Makkah. So these were a few things which Waraka knew. How did he knew? Because he had the knowledge of the gospel, and the previous books had mentioned about all this, and he was the person who used to translate it. So he had some knowledge of all these things. But he was very old and he died before that. Habib was the paternal aunt of Khadija radiyallahu anha. यानी ये उनके डैड के साइड की आंटी थी हबीब. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was related to Habib through his mother's family, Banu Zahra. She was the maternal grandmother of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's mother, Amina bint Wahab. इसको बाहर करने की जरूरत नहीं, just for your knowledge, कि ये एक अलग उनका लिंक बन रहा था कि उनकी मॉम के साइड की तरफ से she was the aunt. So don't get into the relationship. इसका हम लोग को बाहर करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Let's jump to the main aspect. Okay, Khuwailid ibn Asad. Khadija's father, Khuwailid, was one of the tribal leaders. वो जो खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा के जो डैड थे, वो एक बड़ी पोजीशन पे थे, ट्राइबल लीडर थे. And Khuwailid's eldest son was Hazam. Hakim, the son of Hazam, was appointed administrator of Dar al-Nadwa. Another son of Khuwailid was Awam. तो एक बेटा है Hazam, and then Awam. Awam was married to Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib, the paternal aunt of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. तो ये भी हम लोग हमेशा सुनते हैं कि Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam की aunt Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib. So she was married to one of the brothers of Khadija radiyallahu anha, who was Awam. Zubair, the son of Awam and Safiya, was one of the leading companions. Again, देखें अभी आपको सारे लिंक समझ आएंगे जो हम खास पढ़ते हैं. There are so many hadith and qissas कि ये Zubair radiyallahu anhu, he was the son of Awam and Safiya. He was among the 10 companions promised paradise during their lives. यानी he also belongs to the Ashra Mubashara Sahabas. तो अब आपको धीरे-धीरे इनकी relationships आपको पता चल जाएगी. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Khadija radiyallahu anha were related through Safiya and Awam even before they got married. तो अभी हमें पता है बिल्कुल clearly how they are linked, how they are related. Even शादी से पहले इनके काफी 3-4 connections यानी हमारे सामने अभी आ गए हैं. Later on, Zainab, the daughter of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Khadija radiallahu anha became the daughter-in-law of Khadija's sister Halah. Zainab got married to Halah's son Abu al-As ibn Rabi. यानी इनकी जो प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम और खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा की जो बेटी है, कौन सी बेटी? ज़ैनब। उनकी शादी किसके साथ हुई थी? खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा की बेटी हाला, उनके बेटे के साथ। ठीक है, यानी अपनी खाला के बेटे के साथ उनकी शादी हुई थी। खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा's birth and her parents. Khadija radiallahu anha was born 15 years before the year of the elephant. यानी जो ईयर ऑफ एलिफेंट जो हम लोग कहते हैं ना, ईयर ऑफ फील, सुराफील का जो ईयर था उसको उसके 15 years पहले she was born. Her family, as we discussed, enjoyed a very high status in Makkan society, and Khadija's father Khuwailid was a well established trader and tribal leader. क्योंकि वो already well established थे financially भी and geopolitically भी, तो her business profile comes from there, यानी she inherited all that. Historians have noted that Saif ibn the Yazan, an Arab, defeated the Ibn Siniyas in southern Arabia and established his government 2 years after the year of the elephant. The Arabs, including the Makkans, celebrated his victory over the Ibn Siniyans, and the Makkans sent a delegation to congratulate Saif ibn the Yazan and to establish diplomatic ties with him. Among the delegates were Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's grandfather. So ये एक क्या कहते हैं उसको, एक फाइट हुई थी, और जब इब्न सीनियंस में मक्कन्स जीत गए थे तो मक्कन्स ने डेलीगेशन भेजा सैफ इब्न दी यजान को कि वो अपने रिश्ते अच्छे करें, डिप्लोमेटिक टाइज बनाए। उस रिश्ते को बनाने के लिए जो डेलीगेट्स भेजे थे उन्होंने, उसमें से एक थे अब्दुल मुत्तलिब इब्न हाशिम, जो मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के ग्रैंडफादर थे। वी ऑल नो दिस। नाउ उमैया Ibn Abd Shams and Khuwailid ibn Asad, which is Khadija radiallahu anha's father, the delegation visited Saif ibn Diyazan at a palace named Ghamdan in Sana. As you all know, where is Sana? So in the, of course, capital of Yemen. Khadija's father died before the Battle of Fijar. Now, Khadija's father died. There was a battle in Fijar and he died there. In the Battle of Fijar, the Quraysh were allied with Kanana to fight Qais ibn Aylan. The battle is also named because it was in violation of the haram as well as the sacred months. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was 14 or 15 years old at the time, accompanied his uncles to this battle. He handed them arrows on the battlefield. अब ये something new थी मेरे लिए, and I was very क्या कहते हैं, amused by this thought itself. यानी just imagine a 14 and a 15-year-old boy, and he is accompanying in the battle. And what was his job? His job was to hand over the arrows. I mean, see कैसे Allah Ta'ala is doing the grooming. I mean, imagine when we only consider kids to be so small, they are actually, subhanallah, so tough. They were trained so mentally, उनका जो एक level था वो कितना high होगा कि they were actually accompanying in the battlefield. And this was his job, that he was handing the arrows on the battlefield. Now, Khadija's mother was Fatima bint Zahida. She also belonged to the tribe of Quraysh. तो आप देख सकते हैं कि ये सारे जो हैं कुरैश के ही रोटेट कर रहे हैं आसपास। The Arabs were very particular about genealogy, यानी ये बहुत ज्यादा ये lineage, हसब नसब के बारे में conscious हैं. So they don't mix it up. They are very careful, very conscious about it. The lineage of Khadija radiallahu anha can be traced back with certainty to Nadar ibn Mad ibn Adnan. यानी they are so clear and they have recorded everything without any breaks. They know exactly कहाँ से कहाँ उनका शिजरा चल रहा है. So there is no gaps and there is no ambiguity in there. बिल्कुल clear है. Interestingly, even the names of Khadija's paternal grandmothers have been recorded as far as back as Adnan. यानी काफी ज्यादा आगे तक सब उनका आप शिजरा निकाल सकते हैं easily. Not just the names of her maternal grandmothers have been recorded as far back as 6 generations. यानी 6 generations तक के एकदम clearly उनका शिजरा मौजूद है. Okay. What was Khadija radiallahu anha's life before her marriage to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Khadija radiallahu anha, as we all know, was already married twice before marrying Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So who were her husbands before? Her first husband was Atiq ibn Abid ibn Abdullah al-Makhzumi. Following his death, yani he died. Following his death, she married Abu Hala ibn Zarara al-Tamimi. According to some biographers, she married Abu Hala first. Now, there are two opinions here, so we don't know, Allahu Alam. But two husbands के नाम हमारे पास है, Atiq ibn Abid and Abu Hala ibn Zarara. So these are her two husbands. One died and then she married to the second one. Abu Hala and Khadija radiallahu anha had a son, Hind ibn Abi Hala. So the son that was born out of her marriage with Abu Hala was Hind ibn Abi Hala, which explains her alias Hind. She is also called as Hind. So कहीं कहीं पे किसी किसी नरेशन में आपने सुना होगा Hind, but आपको वजह नहीं पता होगी. Now you know कि Hind is her son from Abu Hala. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam helped Khadija radiallahu anha raise Hind. Hind embraced Islam and participated in the battles of Badr and Uhud, and he died in 36 after Hijrah in the Battle of Camel. So as you can see, Hind was there even after the marriage of Prophet Muhammad with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and in fact, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam helped her to raise him. He was young, as you all know. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was 25, and then उनका जो ये खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा का जो बेटा था, उनको उन्होंने हेल्प किया रेज करने के लिए, and also Hind became Muslim. He embraced Islam and he also participated in the battles of Badr and Uhud. Abu Hala had three other sons, Hala, Haris and Tahir. All three of them embraced Islam. Harith ibn Abi Hala died in the early days of Islam defending Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was attacked by the opponents in Makkah. In fact, he was the first martyr of Islam. तो अबू हला से और तीन बेटे थे, हला, हारिस एंड ताहिर. ऑल थ्री तीनों ने इस्लाम कबूल किया था. और हारिस जो है वो अर्ली डेज में जब मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को डिफेंड कर रहे थे मक्का में, दैट टाइम ही डाइड एंड ही वाज अटैक्ड बाय द ओपोनेंट्स इन मक्का, एंड उनका शुमार पहले शुहादाओं में गिना जाता है. सो विद अतीक इब्न आबिद अल मखसूमी, खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा had another daughter who was known as Muhammad. तो यानी आप देखिए उनके कितनी औलाद थी before getting married to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She had a daughter named Muhammad and 4 sons. Remarriage of widows and divorces was very common those days. Yani it was not considered as a taboo, but it was encouraged and very common. A widow or a divorcee would soon marry after her iddah. We all know the period of iddah, which is around 4 months, 10 days. And then immediately after iddah, she would remarry. A number of tribal leaders and others proposed to her after the death of her second husband, but she did not entertain any of these proposals. Yani since she was one of the Tahira, she belonged to the noble family and family who is holding the control, you know. So every leader wanted to marry her, but she did not accept any of the proposals because abhi ana hai kahani mein twist. Khadija radiallahu anha, an outstanding woman. Historians have noted that Khadija radiallahu anha was very sublime in terms of lineage and nobility. उनका जो हसब नसब lineage जो है बिल्कुल clear. There is no gaps. There is nothing where anybody can pinpoint that she does not belong to a noble family. Very clear, high, noble family. Flawless था उनका behavior and character. Very compassionate, very benevolent, very calm, sweet, kind, merciful. यानी all positive traits को hold करने वाली. God has further blessed her with material wealth. यानी she was rich, into business, into power, into yani subhanallah, one can think of a virtue and Allah had graced upon her, and she was rightly called Tahira. Khadija radiallahu anha was born and raised in a society that was religiously perverted and morally corrupt. And as we all know कि वो जो दौरे जahiliyat था before Islam, the Makkans had some weird culture, weird activities, and बहुत ज़्यादा उसमें क्योंकि जहालत थी तो बहुत सारी चीजें जो थी वो corrupt थी, morally corrupt थी और pervert थी. And the society, they worshipped idols and praised mundane poets and indecent entertainers. बहुत आम था. But Allah protected her family. Her family was unaffected by the evils of Meccan society. And they also belong to the category जो अपनी बेटियों को bury नहीं करते थे. They didn't practice this evil practice of burying their daughters alive. तो इनको यानी देखा जाए तो सुभान अल्लाह, Allah had protected the entire family. Ibn Ishaq has recorded that Meccan lady once gathered around the Kaaba during a festival. एक बार काबा में एक फेस्टिवल था एंड सारी औरतें इकट्ठा हुई थी, मक्कन लेडीज. And Hubal's idol was set up in the vicinity of Kaaba. Huba was one of their gods that time, जिसकी वो आइडल बना के पूजा करते थे, और छोटे छोटे और उसके साथ और बुत भी थे. Pilgrims not only उसका तवाफ करते थे but also idols को सुजूद करते थे, अस्तगफिरुल्लाह लाज़िम, and invoked them to fulfill their needs. यानी वो उसकी पूजा पाठ कर रहे हैं, उसका तवाफ कर रहे हैं, और उससे वो सारी आइडल्स जो है, हुबल्स के आइडल और छोटे छोटे आइडल्स जो है, उसके पूजा कर रहे थे. खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा was also present on the occasion. उस वक्त वो मौजूद थी. The gathering of women consisting of young, old, rich and poor assumed the idols were divine. यानी ये उनका अकीदा था और इसलिए वो उस पे बहुत हुर्मत रखते थे, बहुत ज्यादा उसको रिस्पेक्ट देते थे. A Jewish man who witnessed the occasion and observed the woman for some time then spoke, "Respected lady, a messenger of God is due to arrive amongst you. Whoever of you finds the opportunity, do marry him." यानी एक ये सारा जो चल रहा था, पूरा पूजा पाठ का सिलसिला चल रहा था और फेस्टिवल चल रहा था इनका, इसके बीच में एक यहूद आदमी जो वहां पर मौजूद था, उसने आकर एक बात कही. उसने कहा कि रिस्पेक्टेड लेडीज, आपके बीच में एक मैसेंजर ऑफ गॉड आने वाला है, एक अल्लाह का रसूल आने वाला है. अगर आप लोगों को चांस मिले, अगर मौका लगे, तो उनसे शादी करना. The chit chat of the ladies was suspended for a moment. यानी वो इतनी गहमा गहमी चल रही थी, लेकिन ये बात सुनकर खामोशी तारी हो गई. वो सारे शॉक हो गए कि what did this man just talk about, और वो सोचने लगे कि वो कौन है, कहाँ, मतलब इसके मानी क्या है. Then कुछ ने कहा कि maybe he was not one of the Makkans, और उन्हें लगा कि ये जो है वो उन औरतों के साथ छेड़खानी कर रहा है, या उनकी इंसल्ट कर रहा है, या उनकी मजाक कर रहा है, या उनके डेटीज की मजाक कर रहा है. तो कुछ ने स्टोन्स उठाए, पत्थर उठा के उसकी तरफ फेंकने लगे. लेकिन खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा, शी डिडंट डू एनीथिंग. उन्होंने उस आदमी की ना बेइज्जती की, ना पत्थर मारे, ना उनके क्या कहते हैं, मूर्तियों के डिफेंस में कुछ कहा. She remained silent. ये एक पॉइंट, नुक्ता हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. See different occasions, how do we react? And since I said we are doing this, हमारी इंटेंशन क्या है, ये पूरा बायोग्राफी अंडरस्टैंड करने की हमारी इंटेंशन क्या है, हमारी इल्म में इजाफा हो, और हम जो पॉजिटिव क्वालिटीज हैं जिससे अल्लाह राजी हो गए, वो पॉजिटिव क्वालिटीज को हम लोग नोट करेंगे और हमारी बिहेवियरल लाइफ में हम इसको इम्प्लीमेंट इंशाल्लाह करेंगे. दैट इज द होल आइडिया ऑफ टेकिंग अप दिस बायोग्राफी. तो अभी एक जो पॉइंट को मैंने बिल्कुल हाईलाइट किया है कि देयर वाज अ सिचुएशन लाइक दिस, पूरी वहां पर औरतों का एक जमघट है और वो पूरी पूजा पाठ कर रहे हैं, उसमें उन्होंने खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा डिडंट टेक पार्ट, इवन दो she is not aware, she is not a Muslim at that point of time, she is not aware of aqidah tawheed, but by default it is in her, subhanallah. And जब ये situation Jewish man की आई, Jewish man ने एक बात कही and all the females are reacting to it, they are throwing stones at him, उसको वो लोग abuse कर रहे हैं या insult कर रहे हैं. She remained silent. Okay. Khadija radiallahu anha did not sympathize with the idol worshippers even before Islam. यानी वो बुत परस्ती में बिल्कुल भी involved नहीं थी. Khadija radiallahu anha was not surprised by the predicted arrival of the messenger. और इसीलिए she was not surprised because she had heard before that a messenger was due to come from among the descendants of Ismail alayhi salam. To her the Jewish man made sense. अब इसमें और lessons हमारे लिए क्या है? She is a woman of knowledge. Knowledge मसलन, she is a conscious woman who listens, who reads, who understands. उनको ये चीज की awareness थी कि इस्माइल अलैहिस्सलाम के lineage से एक messenger आने वाला है. And when this Jewish man commented during that festival, she could relate it. She connected that and she understood that this Jewish man makes sense. Another lesson for us, being aware, being knowledgeable and using your intellectuals. Harka Zain Warika ibn Nawfal also shared this view. Yani she had discussed this with Harka Zain excuse me, Waraka used to criticize the Makkans openly because he was a person of knowledge, even though वो इंजील को translate करता था, उसकी knowledge इंजील की थी, but again if you go to see the books जब वो tempered नहीं हुई थी, तो it used to all talk about Tawheed and not any idol worshipping. So even Waraka used to criticize the Makkans openly. He admonished the Makkans for departing from the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam, who has built the Kaaba for the exclusive worship of the one and only God. यानी he used to detest, वो भी उसको रिफ्यूट करते थे मक्कन्स की ये आइडल वर्शिपिंग को, और उनसे कहते थे कि आप इब्राहिम अलैहि सलाम के दीन पर नहीं हो, इब्राहिम अलैहि सलाम ने काबे की तामीर की थी और आप उससे हट गए हो. He invited the Makkans to one God, यानी वो अकीदा तौहीद की ही बात करते थे, and he used to condemn the worship of Hubal and other idols in the Kaaba. So Waraka was surrounded by the anomalies of the Makkan society, yet adhered to the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam. In keeping with the Abrahamic tradition, he abstained from alcohol and gambling. यानी वो जो है ना, वो सही वाली इंजिल जो गॉस्पेल है उस पर बिलीव करते थे, जहाँ पर गैम्बलिंग, अल्कोहल, पोर्क वगैरह अलाउड नहीं था, अकीदा तौहीद की बात होती थी. तो since he was a believer of that gospel, he also stayed away from Buddha parasti and doing all those nonsense which the Makkans were involved in. And Khadija radiallahu anha held him in high esteem and respected his views. यानी ये दोनों जो cousins हैं, ये एक दूसरे की काफी रिस्पेक्ट करते थे, और खदीजा रदियल्लाहु अन्हा उनकी बहुत व्यूज को जो रिस्पेक्ट करती थी और हाई एस्टीम में रखती थी. Waraka partnered with another gentleman named Zayd ibn Amr ibn Nafil, who was also an adherent of the Abrahamic religion. अब ये जो Abrahamic religion है, ये again ये कहते हैं कि even though they believe in the gospel, वो इब्राहिम अलैहि सलाम के जो दीन के ऊपर रहते हैं उसके बारे में बात हो रही है. Of course it is not Muslim, but the followers of Ibrahim अलैहि सलाम. Okay, so at that time it was considered that those people are, even though we don't call them Muslim, but they're the followers of the Ibrahim अलैहि सलाम. तो हर नबी के जो followers होते हैं, they are safe, because हर नबी ने अकीदा तौहीद की बात की थी. So again there was another follower with him who was Zayd ibn Amr ibn Nafil. He used to address the Makkans in the vicinity of Kaaba. तो ये लोग दोनों जो है दावा करते थे एंड इब्राहिम अलैहि सलाम के दीन के बारे में बात करते थे. वो गर्ल्स को भी रेस्क्यू करते थे जो जो जिनके घर में बेटी पैदा होती थी. तो मक्कन्स का ये तरीकाकार था कि उनको बहुत शर्मिंदगी होती थी और वो उसको दफना दिया करते थे. तो ये लोग जो है रेस्क्यू करते थे वो गर्ल्स को, और जब भी उन्हें पता चलता था कि कोई ऐसा बरी करने वाला है, वो उनके पास जाते थे, उनको समझाते थे, परसुएड करते थे, और अगर कोई फिर भी अगर हटबंदी में रहे तो वो अडॉप्ट कर लेते थे. उनको एक कुछ रकम देकर वो लड़कियों को अडॉप्ट कर लेते. तो वरका एंड जैद व पार्टनर्स ऐसी वॉलंटरी फिलैंथ्रोपिक एक्टिविटीज में वो दोनों एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करते थे. It is pertinent to mention at this point that Zayd ibn Amr was the father of Saad ibn Zayd, a leading companion of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. यानी आपने सुना होगा Sayyid ibn Zayd, he is one of the sahabas जो जिनका नाम हम सुनते हैं, और ये भी अशरा मुबशरा के ही one of the sahabis हैं. तो इनके फादर की बात हो रही है अभी. Zayd ibn Amr is the father of Sayyid ibn Zayd. Okay, so now we can link the dots. And he was one of the 10 promised admission to the paradise during their lives. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is reported to have said that Zayd ibn Amr, that he would be worth an ummah when he is raised on the day of resurrection. So this is again one of the narrations jahan par Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it's a great honor when he's saying that Zayd ibn Amr is worth an ummah, यानी वो एक sahabi की worth एक ummah की है. Subhanallah. On the day of resurrection. So just look at their amal, just look at what they used to do. ऐसा क्या उन्होंने किया जो उनकी इतनी वैल्यू बढ़ गई. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, may Allah make us one of those जो कि अल्लाह ताला उनसे राजी हो जाए, हमसे राजी हो जाए, और हम जो हुज़ूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की शफाअत हमें नसीब हो, और हम बिला हिसाब किताब इंशाअल्लाह अल्लाह ताला हमें जन्नत में दाखिल करे या रब. These accounts point to the fact that stipulated arrival of a messenger from the descendants of Ismail was not unheard of among the noble families in Makkah. यानी सबको पता था, सब इंतजार में थे, and धीरे 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 करके उसका रास्ता बनते जा रहा था. Now we will discuss some things about Khadija radiallahu anha's role as a trader, how she was in business. Historians and biographers have noted that Khadija radiallahu anha inherited a great deal of wealth from her father and other family members. अब देखें, इधर एक पॉइंट का नोट करने वाली बात है. As we all know, she belonged to the rich noble family, so she definitely inherited the money from her father and other members of her family. ठीक है. अब जो इनको ये पैसे मिले, what did she do? उनका क्या क्या एक्ट था? Did she spend it extravagantly on her lifestyle या अपनी ख्वाहिशों के पीछे या desires के पीछे? No. What did she do? She invested her wealth in the trade. अब ये पॉइंट है नुक्ता हमारे लिए, for all those entrepreneur Muslimas out there. We have to take this lesson. If you have the money on hand, okay, आपके जो money on hand है, जो asset है, वो died asset वाले नहीं होने चाहिए. उसको आप extravagantly spend नहीं करना चाहिए. Some little portion, yes, but invest it so that you can multiply it. What did she do? At the time, Yemen and Asham were the two important hubs of the trade. So Yemen or Sham. Sham is actually, it includes Syria and other areas within that vicinity. But it used to be referred as Yemen and Asham. Summers in Asham was moderate. So trade caravans from Arabia headed to Basra in summer. Basra, we're talking about Iraq now. So Basra is located 140 kilometers from Damascus along the road to the present day Jordan. So ये सब Jordan, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, ये सब इस एरिया की बात चल रही है. So शाम में जब समर होता था तो वो मॉडरेट होता था, तभी इनके जो कैरावन जाते थे, ट्रेड कैरावन्स, वो निकलते थे. Amman and Jerusalem are nearby because of the pleasant climate. Busra attracted trade caravans from far and wide during summer. यानी जब गर्मी हो जाती थी तो बुसरा used to be the place जो pleasant होता था, तो उधर caravans summer में जाया करते थे. Quraysh would sell products of their own region and would buy products of other regions. यानी जैसे नॉर्मल तिजारत होती है, जो आपके पास अवेलेबल चीजें हैं आप उसको ट्रेड करते हो वो चीजों से जो आपके पास नहीं उगती या नहीं मिलती. So they would sell at home, earning profits at both ends. तो ये उनका नॉर्मल रूटीन था. और विंटर्स जो शाम में होती थी वो बहुत कोल्ड एंड स्नोई होती थी, बट यमन में प्लेजेंट होती थी. सो साउथ में विंटर के दौरान वो यमन में जाते थे. सो समर में बुसरा एंड विंटर में यमन. It is these northbound and southbound business trips that the Quran refers to when it says, so that the Quraysh might remain secure in their winter and summer journeys. So this is where they used to travel. Winter में Yemen and summer में Busra. Trade was one of the major occupations of the Arabs. The rich among them would lend their merchandise on a mudaraba. Now what is mudaraba? Mudaraba signifies a business contract in which one party brings capital and the other personal effort. यानी ये नॉर्मल है, जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं ना, अभी बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट में हम कहेंगे कि एक होता है इन्वेस्टिंग पार्टनर, एक होता है वर्किंग पार्टनर. सो मुदाबरा बेसिकली इज वन पर्सन विल ब्रिंग द कैपिटल एंड असेट्स एंड द अदर पर्सन विल वर्क. So this is a contract between the two parties. One is the investing partner and the other is the working partner. Investing partner, working partner. That is mudaraba. So इस टाइप का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बनता था and the profits would be shared as per the terms of the contract. अभी जो उनका परसेंटेज होगा 60-40 या 50-50 या 70-30 depends. Women commonly engaged in such business. यानी अभी ये women कैसे engage होती थी? She would invest and then the men would go and work. तो ये उनका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो गया, ये मुदारबा उनका हो गया, and then they will decide on splitting the profit. Historians have noted that Khadija radiallahu anha's business was on a fairly large scale, and since mashallah Allah had put barakah and she was a smart businesswoman, so she invest और अभी भी आज के तारीख में भी जो बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट की नॉलेज रखते हैं वो अच्छी तरह इस चीज को जानते होंगे कि स्मार्ट कंपनीज या थ्राइविंग कंपनीज वो हैं, सक्सेसफुल कंपनीज वो हैं जो अपने प्रॉफिट्स को अर्न करने के बाद दे री इन्वेस्ट द प्रॉफिट्स, दे अगेन री इन्वेस्ट द प्रॉफिट. तो आगे चल के और आप ज्यादा रॉ मटेरियल्स खरीद सकते हैं, ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन कर सकते हैं. सो ये जो है इसमें एक टेक्निकल स्किल की जरूरत होती है. तो she also belonged to that category where she used to reinvest. Being a woman, of course, she did not accompany the trade caravans, but gave her goods to established traders on a mudaraba basis. Yani she used to give this partners, working partners, to sell on behalf of her because she will not travel, of course. God had blessed her with success in business. Being a tactful businesswoman, she was always looking for competent and honest men in the field who could carry her goods to distant places and trade on her behalf. So, in short, she is the boss, she is the businesswoman, she is holding the goods, and then she's looking for basically good salesperson. So, she was always on a look for a competent and an honest person जो उनके goods का trade handle कर सके. Now, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a trader. Okay, by the way, यहाँ तक कि किसी को कोई confusion है कि we are all clear. It's quite simple, I think. There is no issues, right? Because it's only hardly last 15 minutes, so I just wanted to ask. कोई issue नहीं है ना? With the speed and everything, everything's okay? All right. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a trader. At the beginning of his career, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a shepherd. As we all know, कि prophet, messengers, being shepherd, इसका एक बहुत बड़ा लिंक है. इंशाल्लाह कभी वक्त मिला तो I will discuss this with you because I had studied about this कि why messengers or prophets were given this profession of shepherd. इसके पीछे बहुत बड़ी हिकमत और wisdom है. इंशाल्लाह one fine day we will discuss about this, but not today. Later on he engaged in trade like his uncles and other relatives. So पहले वो shepherd थे, उसके बाद वो trade में अपने uncle और other relatives के साथ आ गए. So in his early 20s, he has already earned the reputation of honest and principled tailor. As we all know, trustworthy and honest. As-Sadiq wal-Amin. So he was already known for his honesty and his truthfulness. और वो बहुत disciplined और principled trader थे. यानी no cheating, no fraud, nothing. Very clean business person. A prospective guide for all mankind. He was a principled individual from the very beginning. तो आप देखें यानी ये दोनों कैरेक्टर्स माशाल्लाह कैसे स्टार्ट से लेके एंड तक फ्लॉलेस रहे हैं. वैसे ही मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ऑफ कोर्स वी नो इन हिज वर्क आल्सो ही वाज flawless. Even before his claim to Nabuwa, his sublime character earned him the titles of As-Sadiq and Al-Amin among the Makkans. We know about this. No wonder the business community valued him highly as a trader. यानी जो business community थी उसके अंदर भी उनका बहुत अच्छा positive नाम था and everybody looked forward to work with him and everybody could vouch on his name. यानी Ibn Sa'd had beautifully outlined the personality of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his Tabaqat. Now, what does Ibn Sa'd say? I will just read out. It's a beautiful explanation. As a young adult, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was distinctly human and kind, the best in behavior, pleasant in meeting and talking to people, amicable and generous as a neighbor, an embodiment of patience and tolerance, truthful in speech, distant from vulgar and hurtful speech, unparalleled in dignity, humble to the highest degree, full of compassion and goodwill, one who kept his word and dead honest. It was as if God has concentrated all good attributes in his personality. That was why his people called him Al-Amin. कितना छोटा सा explanation है, but it contains everything of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's personality traits. And this is something yani that we should all be so proud of, that हमारे नबी, हमारे रसूल sallallahu alaihi wasallam possessed this kind of qualities. And we have to copy him and try to be having those qualities, at least few of them. We can practice and achieve that, inshallah. So Ibn Sa'd has defined him as Amin, who's not just trustworthy, but has all the above mentioned attributes. Being gentle and not quarrelsome in business dealing is an extraordinary attribute. And Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had it the most. यानी अब आप देखें again a lesson for us कि being quarrelsome या argumentative is definitely a big no. तो हमें कोशिश ये करनी चाहिए कि अगर हमें वो थोड़ी सी भी ट्रेट है तो कोशिश करें कि उसको सुधार सकें, इस्लाह कर सकें अपनी. When Abdullah ibn Saib arrived in Medina and met Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the latter asked him, "Do you know me?" Abdullah replied, "Why not? You were a fellow trader. You would not evade any claims and you would not quarrel with anyone." Likewise, Qais ibn Saib al-Makhzumi is reported to have said, "He was my fellow trader in pre-Islamic days and he was the best. He would never quarrel or argue in business." यानी अभी ये वो किस्सा है कि जब इस्लाम आने के बाद जब हिजरा हो गई मदीना में, and then one fine day हुजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की इनसे मुलाकात हुई. He was one of his fellow traders, so he recognized him. And then these people are again claiming about his good qualities of not being quarrelsome, of being very fair, of being very honest. So subhanallah, yani he had a wonderful character and a very good reputation. A study of the Makkan days of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life reveals that he was very upright in his dealings, very straight, very honest, crystal clear dealing. The story of Abdullah ibn Ubay al-Hamsa provides a pertinent example. अभी एक story बताई गई है Abdullah ibn Ubay की. Once Abdullah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam were discussing business. During the conversation, Abdullah remembered some piece of work. He told Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to wait for him. यानी ये आपस में दोनों कुछ डिस्कस कर रहे थे बिजनेस के बारे में, अब्दुल्ला एंड मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, एंड देन अब्दुल्ला रिमेंबर्ड समथिंग और उन्होंने कहा मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को कि आप रुकें, वेट करें, ही विल बी बैक सून. मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम अग्रीड. Abdullah went away but forgot to return. And you will not believe, for how many days do you think Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam waited for him? He waited for 3 days. The third day, when Abdullah walked by the same place, he realized that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had been waiting for him all this time. Just imagine how somebody can keep the words. And this is something out of this world. When Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw him, he only said, "Abdullah, you put me in a difficulty." And hum jaisa ho to you can imagine what would be our reaction. But see to it, how did the Prophet reacted? Just one simple sweet sentence, he said, "Abdullah, you put me in difficulty. I have been waiting here for 3 days." Imagine how sublime was the character of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And no wonder Makkans used to call him Al-Sadiq and Al-Amin. Businessmen like to expand their businesses, okay? और इसीलिए Khadija radiallahu anha, I told you, she was a smart businesswoman. So she was always on a lookout for the honest and hardworking people to work for her. Rare in every age, in every society, men of character are valued by their fellow human beings. Again, a very important aspect for today's life also. यानी कोई भी ज़माना हो, but traits like, qualities like honesty, hardworking, knowledgeable, being very straight, ये क्वालिटीज की हमेशा कदर होती है और इन लोगों की हमेशा डिमांड रहती है. यानी नो मैटर हाउ एवर कोई कितना भी फ्रॉड कर ले या जालसाजी कर ले या चालबाजी कर ले, कुछ टाइम के लिए उसको, थोड़ा टाइम के लिए शायद गेन हो भी जाएगा, लेकिन वंस दे लूज देयर रेपुटेशन, इट्स गॉन. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप अपने कैरेक्टर को मेंटेन करें, और वो चीज हर जनरेशन में उस चीज की वैल्यू है, हर जमाने में उसकी वैल्यू है. Khadija radiallahu anha, of course, was looking for someone like that, one who could be relied upon in business. और जब she came to know about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she became interested in forming the partnership with her. Now, अभी इतनी बातचीत चल रही है, इतना discussion हो रहा है, everybody is talking about his good qualities and how smart trade person he is. तो Khadija radiallahu anha thought of making a mudarabah with him. Okay, I think we just have 5 minutes. The other one, let's keep this thing for the next session. Okay, how did she approach and what happened and how was the business trip to Asham and what happened and the signs of Nubuwa and everything. वो जैसे कहते हैं ना, अगली किस्त तक के लिए एक क्वेश्चन मार्क डालेंगे. तब तक के लिए इंशाअल्लाह कोई अगर डिस्कशन है या कोई clarification is required, so it's an open forum now. You all can unmute yourself and talk. हेलो, रोजे में सारे खामोश है. हेलो, व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन गर्ल्स?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम. हाँ जी, गुड टू हियर.
मुझे आखिरी 15 मिनट्स मिले, मैंने कहा भाग के पकड़ लूं.
चलिए सही, कोई मुश्किल नहीं.
एक्चुअली इसी टाइम में, सेम टाइम पे मेरी क्लास होती है.
आई अंडरस्टैंड, मतलब एकदम कट टू कट चल रहा था. रियली लुबना अभी जस्ट वो कुरान तफसीर की क्लास खत्म हुई, जस्ट बहुत मुश्किल.
आपकी क्लास को ना मैं थोड़ा सा डिस्कनेक्ट कर गई क्योंकि मेरी अपनी क्लासेस चल रही थी और पता है ना एग्जाम भी है,
नो
तो
वरीज,
मैं कर नहीं पा रही थी।
नहीं मेरे पास रिकॉर्डिंग है, इंशाल्लाह आई विल शेयर इट इन द ग्रुप,
हाँ,
नॉट टू वरी।
और ये जो है ना मिस हो गए मुझसे।
नो
अच्छा चलिए,
प्रॉब्लम।
इंशाल्लाह
हाँ जी, कोई
इंशाल्लाह जी।
सवालात, कोई डिस्कशन है? वी हैव लुबना विद अस, यू कैन आस्क क्वेश्चंस गाइस।
मैंने तो पूरी क्लास सुनी नहीं,
अच्छा,
इंशाल्लाह। फिर भी
ओके।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। कुछ पूछना चाह रहे हैं?
हाँ जी,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
सारों ने अनम्यूट किया हुआ है, मिस फरा है।
ओके,
Nasreen, it was
बहुत
Assalamualaikum.
मजा आया नसरीन,
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
जज़ाकल्लाह खैर, बहुत मजा आया।
It was very nice, actually, very interesting, and you're just like anxious to know more.
वही तो
So for the waiting
मैंने
for the
इसलिए
next
कहा
class.
था, वो सीरियल्स की तरह मैं छोड़ूंगी आप लोगों को, अगली किस्त अगली किस्त।
Hey, Jazakallah khair. Pick up this, it was very nice. Actually, we know a bit of it, but the details and means the things around it.
Yeah.
That's nice to know, actually.
Yes, yes.
So,
And then
very good.
you can connect it to lot of hadith and lot of
Yes,
सीरा
yes.
incidents. तो वो जो connection आता है ना, उससे फिर ऐसा लगता है कि एक knowledge का और एक level बढ़ गया है. And ये
जी, जी.
reminders हमारी life के लिए बहुत जरूरी है, because somewhere
सही
down
है,
the
सही
line these are the
Yeah.
real characters, यानी
सही
these
बात
are
है.
the
Yeah. We try and adapt to it. Mold ourselves into that character.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
True.
yes.
Yes,
अच्छा
inshallah.
नसरीन,
जी
नसरीन एक्सक्यूज मी, एक बात कहना चाह रही थी।
जी जी
अपना जरा जो क्लासेस का शेड्यूल जो है ना,
जी।
जरा प्लीज दोबारा मैसेज में सेंड करो, मैं जरा देखूं कि किस टाइम में मैं कर सकती हूँ।
It is very simple. Saturday to Thursday 2 to 3, 6 दिन
अच्छा,
हफ्ते में 1 घंटा
2 to 3
जी,
एवरी डे
every day
एक्सेप्ट जुम्मा।
except जुम्मा।
2 to 3
जी
ठीक है इंशाल्लाह।
ठीक है ना,
ठीक है,
इंशाल्लाह फिर कल
ये टाइम तो
मुलाकात
मेरा
होगी।
हो जाएगा,
हाँ जी
ये
बिल्कुल।
टाइम तो मेरा हो जाएगा।
जी जी बिल्कुल।
तो टॉपिक क्या सीरा है?
ये बायोग्राफी ऑफ खदीजा रदी अल्लाह अन्हा है, तो हम लोग चैप्टर बाय
ठीक
चैप्टर जा रहे हैं, देन
ठीक है
डिस्कसिंग
ठीक
इट।
है
या
चलिए ठीक है, तो सही। अच्छा, तो नसरीन इनकी जो रिकॉर्डिंग्स है ये सेंड करने का कोई सिस्टम है?
ये मैं
जो
ग्रुप
मेरा
में
मिस बीच में हुआ।
ये मैं MP4 ग्रुप में डाल देती हूँ ना, तो आप उसको डाउनलोड करके सुन ले, बट यू डेफिनेटली नीड टू अपग्रेड योर सॉफ्टवेयर ऑफ द फोन, क्योंकि कुछ लोगों की अगर अपग्रेड सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं है तो फिर वो MP4
मुश्किल
प्ले नहीं
होती है।
होता है, बट अदरवाइज इट्स
ओके
वेरी
चले,
सिंपल।
चलिए ठीक है, मैं इंशाल्लाह अलग से आपसे थोड़ी सी बात करना चाहूंगी, तो फिर
नो
पता चल
प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम।
थोड़ा सा मुझे करना पड़ेगा इंतजाम।
श्योर,
ओके,
इंशाल्लाह। चलिए जी, थैंक यू सो
इंशाल्लाह
मच।
नहीं 2 to 3 मैं इंशाल्लाह ज्वाइन करूंगी आप।
इंशाल्लाह, लुकिंग
इट
फॉरवर्ड।
विल बी डेली इंशाल्लाह।
इंशाल्लाह इट विल बी डेली। या
ओके, तो पिछले
ओके देन,
सब्जेक्ट कवर हो गए
पिछले
कंप्लीट?
सब्जेक्ट्स माशाल्लाह फिक ऑफ तहरा एंड फिक ऑफ सलाह हो गया, हमारा अकीदा का लेवल 1 हो गया अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
अच्छा ठीक है
ठीक है,
माशाल्लाह। चलिए जी, जज़ाकल्लाह खैर।
वय्याकी सुब्हानकल्लाहुम्मा व
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह
बिहम्दिका नशहदु अन ला
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
इलाहा इल्ला अंता नस्तगफिरुका व नतूबु इलैक। इंशाल्लाह आई विल बी शेयरिंग द रिकॉर्डिंग गाइस। अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। जज़ाकल्लाह खैर।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।